Thank you all for joining us. When we lose sight of our shared responsibility to protect God's children here on earth, as human beings, as parents, then we lose part of who we are as a country, as human beings, as I said. So today I'm taking action. I'm announcing $7.25 million to cover the legal services for roughly 1,400 unaccompanied minors across the state of New York. And going forward, these children will have the legal representation they need.
We are together today to speak out against a grave injustice. The federal government's refusal to renew its contract with the Acacia Center for Justice and nearly 100 more legal services providers after withholding more than $65 million in payment. As a de facto consequence of this decision, more than 25,000 unaccompanied immigrant children have had their legal representation abruptly ended, leaving them to navigate a broken immigration system alone. And for those currently being held in detention centers without access to their lawyers, this means that there is no longer anyone tasked with ensuring they are healthy, they are safe, and that they are protected. You have been fighting for years to ensure that we live up to those values every single day. When they made it here to our city, they thought that maybe the worst would be behind them, that things would be different. But now they will stand alone again as they face attacks from a trained government attorney across the aisle whose sole objective is to deport them back to the place they endured so much to escape. Some of these children are teenagers. Some are 10 years old. Some are 5 years old. Some are even younger. Many do not yet even speak the language in which they are to defend themselves. And even if they do, these are children that we are speaking about. They do not know how to navigate a courtroom. They do not know how to fill out an asylum application. They do not know how to ask for relief. They do not know how to gather evidence or to plead their case. And yet the consequences that they will face, simply for coming to this country in search of a better life, will be immediate and will be severe. Without legal representation, fewer than 1% of immigrant children are granted immigration relief.
I guess let me just tell you a personal story. In 2015, when I was the public advocate, I represented an unaccompanied minor in family court. His name was Kebi. Kebi came to this country without parents. His mother had died and his father was in Honduras. I represented him in family court because I wanted countless number of attorneys to represent children pro bono. And the best way to demonstrate that commitment is to represent a child yourself. His petition was granted, and his uncle was given custody to Kebi. Kebi has graduated from college. Kebi is married now. Kebi, of course, lives in Brooklyn. And Kebi is contributing to our economy, and Kebi now has status. But what I remember about family court that day was that there were a number of children in family court, a number of them without attorneys. Some of them so small when they sat in the courtroom, their feet didn't touch the ground. Some of them had toys in their hands. Some of them looked around in bewilderment. Some of them were alone. Most of them were alone. No parents, no guardians, no lawyers. That cannot happen again. It's up to our state, it's up to our city to move forward and to protect these children and to not sit idly by and allow their rights to be violated or allow them to be in deportation proceedings and returned to countries that unfortunately are very violent.
I spoke with the president yesterday. I specifically talked to him about the loss of temporary protective status for thousands of individuals who've lived here, entered this country with a legal document under our laws, following our laws. And now he's just made them undocumented in the sense overnight with this. So I told them that it's wrong. I said it's also going to facilitate a health care crisis because thank God these people have stepped into jobs, many of them in health care. I said taking care of our most vulnerable. I said what's going to happen when Haitians, for example, who work at a home health care facility that I walked into and had 200 people tell me that they no longer can work taking care of society's most vulnerable, elderly, people with disabilities, that the person that they've come to trust, that with their lives, that a family trusts to care for their loved one, is no longer showing up. And who are the people who are going to take that place? I said to the president, who's taking their place? So I got a, we'll get back to you, answer on that one. But, yeah, just leave it at that. But I don't take kindly to threats. That appears to me on its face to be a violation of civil rights, to cause that kind of physical harm to an individual, regardless of what the offense may be. And I would anticipate that the new protections that we just enacted in the law, just brand new, that says that you cannot trample on someone's constitutional rights and you cannot cause them undue harm and you will be held accountable, should be in effect here. Attorney General?
We're reviewing the RFP at this point in time, but it appears to be arbitrary and capricious. It appears to be in violation of a number of laws, including our Constitution, the Administrative Procedure Act. But we are reviewing right now the RFP. Of course we are outraged. And in the event that a New Yorker is injured as a result of these gloves, obviously there will be a private right of action as well as action from the state of New York. You can best be assured of that.